Dear viewers, welcome to Eshlu Films, where each picture has a story. We go into the depths of cinematography with thought-provoking short films, reviews that make you think, and behind-the-curtain content. If you are a movie lover, aspiring director, or just appreciate a good story, then we have something for you. So don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you never miss any of our exciting videos. In the landscape of modern thrillers, Sicario stands tall as a powerful exploration of the war on drugs. Directed by Denis Villeneuve and featuring an all-star cast including Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin, this 2015 film has left a lasting impact on audiences and critics alike. With its intense narrative, stunning visuals, and moral complexity, Sicario delves deep into the murky waters of law enforcement and criminal enterprises. In this review, we will take an in-depth look at the film's visual effects, world building, and the performances of the main cast. Whether you've seen the movie or are considering watching it, this review will provide a comprehensive analysis of what makes Sicario a standout in the genre. Sicario opens with a gripping and unsettling scene. FBI agent Kate Massa, portrayed by Emily Blunt, leads a team on a raid in Arizona. They discover a house is used by a drug cartel, filled with dozens of decomposing bodies hidden within the walls. This shocking discovery sets the tone for the rest of the film, as Kate is quickly recruited into a special task force, led by the charismatic and mysterious Matt Graver, played by Josh Brolin. Matt's team includes Alejandro, a former prosecutor turned shadowy operative, portrayed by Benicio del Toro. The task force's mission is to disrupt the operations of a powerful Mexican drug cartel, and Kate soon finds herself in a world far removed from the structured environment of the FBI. The team crosses the border into Mexico, where they execute a series of high-risk operations. As the story progresses, Kate becomes increasingly aware of the blurred lines between good and evil. She struggles to understand the true nature of their mission and the motivations of those around her. The narrative unfolds with a series of intense and suspenseful sequences, culminating in a shocking and morally ambiguous conclusion. Without giving away major spoilers, the film ends on a note that challenges the audience's perceptions of justice and morality. Sicario doesn't offer easy answers, but instead leaves viewers with a sense of unease and a desire to reflect on the complexities of the world it portrays. Emily Blunt shines in the role of Katie Moser, bringing a blend of vulnerability and strength to her character. Blunt's portrayal of Kate is nuanced and layered, capturing her internal struggle as she navigates a world that challenges her moral compass. One of the most compelling aspects of Blunt's performance is her ability to convey Kate's growing disillusionment and fear. This is particularly evident in the scene where Kate confronts Matt about the true nature of their mission. Her emotional outburst feels raw and genuine, highlighting the character's internal conflict. Benicio del Toro delivers a haunting, an unforgettable performance as Alejandro. From the moment he appears on screen, del Toro exudes a quiet intensity that makes Alejandro one of the film's most intriguing characters. His understated acting style adds depth to the character, and his restrained yet powerful delivery leaves a lasting impression. Alejandro's complexity is revealed in layers, and del Toro masterfully navigates the character's dual nature. One moment, he is a calm and collected strategist, the next, a ruthless enforcer. His performance peaks in a chilling dinner scene, where Alejandro confronts a cartel leader. The cold and calculated manner in which he executes his plan showcases del Toro's skill in portraying a character with a dark and troubled past. Josh Brolin brings a different energy to the film as Matt Graver. His laid-back demeanor and casual approach to their mission provide a stark contrast to the seriousness of the situation. Brolin's portrayal of Matt is both charismatic and unsettling, as he navigates the gray areas of morality with ease. The character's nonchalance in the face of violence and chaos adds a layer of complexity to his role. Brolin's performance is particularly effective in scenes where Matt's true nature is hinted at, leaving the audience questioning his motives and allegiances. The visual aesthetics of Sicario are a standout feature, thanks to the exceptional work of cinematographer Roger Deakins. Dickens, known for his masterful use of light and composition, creates a visual language that is both captivating and immersive. The film's use of wide shots and aerial views offers a sense of scale, highlighting the vast and desolate landscapes that serve as a backdrop for the story. These visuals underscore the isolation and danger that permeate the world of the film. One of the most visually striking sequences is the border crossing scene. The convoy of black SUVs moves through the desolate landscape, captured in a series of wide shots that emphasize the isolation and tension of the mission. The use of natural light in this scene, combined with the careful framing, create a sense of foreboding. The visual effects in this sequence are subtle but effective, enhancing the realism without distracting from the narrative. Another notable visual element is the use of night vision and thermal imaging during the nighttime raid. This technique gives the scene a unique and disorienting look, immersing the audience in the chaotic and tense environment. The green hues of the night vision contrast sharply with the pitch-black surroundings, creating a visually stunning effect. The attention to detail in these scenes, from the textures of the terrain to the movements of the characters, adds to the overall sense of realism and urgency. Denis Villeneuve's direction is a masterclass in tension and restraint. He skillfully builds suspense throughout the film, using a combination of tight pacing, atmospheric visuals, and a haunting score. Villeneuve's ability to create a palpable sense of uneasy is evident from the opening scene to the final moments. He avoids unnecessary exposition, allowing the story to unfold naturally through the actions and interactions of the characters. The screenplay, penned by Taylor Sheridan, is another strength of the film. Sheridan's writing is sharp and concise, with a focus on realism and authenticity. The dialogue is natural and often laced with dark humor, reflecting the cynical outlook of the characters. The screenplay does an excellent job of balancing action with quieter, character-driven moments. These quieter scenes provide insight into the characters' motivations and struggles, adding depth to the narrative. Sheridan's exploration of moral ambiguity is a central theme in the film. The characters are not easily categorized as heroes or villains, and their actions often challenge the traditional notions of right and wrong. This complexity is most evident in the character of Alejandro, whose quest for revenge blurs the lines between justice and vengeance. The screenplay raises thought-provoking questions about the nature of justice and the cost of pursuing it, leaving the audience with much to ponder. Sicario excels in creating a believable and immersive world. The film's setting, primarily along the US-Mexico border, is portrayed with a stark realism that adds to the overall sense of danger and unpredictability. The production design team did an outstanding job of recreating the harsh and unforgiving environment, from the dusty border towns to the sterile and bureaucratic interiors of government offices. The world building extends beyond the physical setting to the film's depiction of the drug trade and law enforcement. The film portrays the complexities and challenges of the war on drugs, highlighting the corruption and moral compromises often involved. The portrayal of the various factions, including the FBI, CIA, and Mexican cartels, is nuanced and layered. Each group has its own set of motivations and ethical boundaries, creating a web of intrigue and deception. The film's exploration of the geopolitical landscape is another key aspect of its world building. Sicario delves into the relationships between the US and Mexican governments, as well as the internal power struggles within these institutions. This exploration adds depth to the narrative, providing a broader context for the characters' actions and decisions. The film's portrayal of these dynamics is both realistic and thought-provoking, shedding light on the complexities of international relations and law enforcement. While Sicario is a highly acclaimed film, it is not without its flaws. One of the main criticisms is the pacing of the narrative. The film takes a slow-burn approach, gradually building tension and suspense. While this methodical pacing is effective in creating an atmosphere of unease, it can also feel sluggish at times. Some viewers may find the slower moments to be dragging, particularly in the first half of the film. The deliberate pacing may not appeal to those expecting a more action-packed thriller. Another area of critique is the development of certain characters. While the main characters are well fleshed out, some supporting roles feel underdeveloped. For instance, Kat's partner, Reggie, played by Daniel Kaluuya, is introduced as a significant character in the early scenes, but is largely sidelined as the story progresses. The lack of depth in these supporting roles can make them feel like mere plot devices rather than fully realized characters. A more thorough exploration of these characters could have added additional layers to the narrative and provided a greater emotional impact. The film's ending has also sparked mixed reactions. The conclusion is both shocking and unsettling, leaving the audience with a sense of moral ambiguity. While this ending is fitting for the film's themes, it may leave some viewers feeling unsatisfied. The lack of closure for certain characters and plot threads can be seen as a deliberate choice to reflect the harsh realities of the world depicted in the film. However, this ambiguity may not resonate with everyone, especially those looking for a more definitive resolution. Another point of contention is the portrayal of female characters in the film. While Emily Blunt's portrayal of Kate Masser is strong and compelling, her character is often portrayed as being out of her depth in the male-dominated world of the task force. Some critics have argued that the film could have done more to empower Kate's character, rather than positioning her as a naive outsider. This critique highlights the broader issue of gender representation in the film, which could have been handled with more nuance and sensitivity. Sicario can be compared to other films in the crime thriller genre, particularly those that explore the theme of law enforcement and the drug trade. One film that comes to mind is Traffic, directed by Steven Soderbergh. Both films delve into the complexities of the war on drugs, highlighting the moral gray areas and ethical dilemmas faced by those involved. However, while Traffic takes a more multi-narrative approach, Sicario focuses on a single, cohesive storyline. This focus allows for a more in-depth exploration of the characters and their motivations, but it also means that the film has a narrower scope. Another comparison can be made with No Country for Old Men, directed by the Coen brothers. Like Sicario, No Country for Old Men is a gritty and tense thriller that explores the darker aspects of human nature. Both films feature morally ambiguous characters and a sense of inevitability in their narratives. However, Sicario is more focused on the procedural aspects of law enforcement, while No Country for Old Men has a more philosophical undertone. The visual styles of both films are also distinct, with Sicario employing a more modern and sleek aesthetic, while No Country for Old Men has a more classic and timeless look. Sicario can also be compared to Villeneuve's other works, such as Prisoners and Blade Runner 2049. All three films showcase Villeneuve's talent for creating tense and atmospheric narratives, with a strong focus on character development and moral ambiguity. However, Sicario stands out for its realistic portrayal of the drug trade and law enforcement, as well as its grounded and gritty visual style. While Blade Runner 2049 explores futuristic themes and Prisoners delves into the psychological aspects of crime, Sicario remains firmly rooted in the contemporary world. This grounded approach allows the film to tackle real-world issues in a way that is both thought-provoking and impactful. Sicario is a gripping and thought-provoking thriller that excels in its exploration of the complexities of the war on drugs. The film's strengths lay in its strong performances, particularly from Emily Blunt, Benicio del Toro, and Josh Brolin, as well as its stunning visual aesthetics and atmospheric direction. The screenplay by Taylor Sheridan is sharp and concise, offering a realistic and authentic portrayal of the moral ambiguities faced by law enforcement and criminals alike. The film's world building is immersive and believable, creating a sense of danger and unpredictability that permeates the narrative. While the film has its flaws, including its deliberate pacing and the underdevelopment of certain supporting characters, these are minor quibbles in the grand scheme of things. The ending may leave some viewers feeling unsettled, but it is a fitting conclusion to a story that refuses to offer easy answers. Sicario is not a film that provides simple solutions or neat resolutions, but rather one that challenges the audience to confront the harsh realities of the world it portrays. In conclusion, Sicario is a must-watch for fans of the crime thriller genre and those interested in thought-provoking and morally complex narratives. The film's combination of strong performances, stunning visuals, and a keen storyline makes it a standout in the genre. Whether you are drawn to its exploration of the war on drugs, its tense and atmospheric direction, or its morally ambiguous characters, Sicario offers a cinematic experience that is both engaging and thought-provoking. We highly recommend watching Sicario and delving into its rich and complex world. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more reviews and insights on your favorite films. Thank you for watching.